So hello everyone and welcome to this new video. We're back with UFC content, and today I'm going to predict UFC, what is it now? Is it 279? UFC 279, which happens, I believe, in Las Vegas next week on next Sunday, September 11th, and at whatever time it is in your country. So without further ado, let's get right into this. Let's predict UFC 279. It's a solid card, but I mean, you know what I mean. It's not that interesting. There's not a lot of star power, except the I think the main event is the only. The other fights, yeah, you know what I mean. 50-50. I think there've been a lot of UFC cards better than this one, but even though all UFC cards are amazing, and especially the ones that are not very exciting, they turn out to be one of the most exciting cards ever. So let's move on, but before predicting, I want you to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so, and of course put a comment down below. Who do you think wins between Khamzat Chimaev and Nate Diaz in the main event? Can Nate Diaz do it? We will see. So, kicking off the main card, we have Johnny Walker versus Ion Cutelaba. This is not this fight. It's not very exciting. I feel like it's between two fighters who really are. They don't have any title aspirations at the moment. I believe they've lost their last couple of fights. I remember Johnny Walker getting knocked out by Jamal Hill in his last fight, so he would like to bounce back from that fight. This fight is not very exciting, but you never know. Anything can happen inside a cage. So, who do I think is gonna win between Johnny Walker and Ion Cutelaba? I think it's a toss of a coin, man. Both of them are very similar. But if I'm going to predict one, I think Johnny Walker gets it done. I'm gonna go with Johnny Walker, but I wouldn't be surprised if Cutelaba wins. Yep. Moving on to the next fight in the women's bantamweight, Irene Aldana, the Mexican, I believe, versus Macy Chiasson. This is a good fight now. Very exciting fight. Two deadly women with title aspirations. I believe both of them are undefeated in their last three or more fights. But if I'm going to predict one, I think Irene Aldana is gonna get the job done. Yeah, that Mexican spirit, that power, that passion that the Mexicans bring, as we can see with Brandon Moreno, and the same thing applies to Aldana. I think she's gonna win this fight. Moving on to the third fight in the main card. It is actually a catchweight, so I believe this is a weight in between. I believe it's between welterweight and middleweight, if I'm going to predict. It involves Kevin Holland and Daniel Rodriguez. I haven't seen Daniel Rodriguez fight, actually, if I'm being honest. I've seen a lot of Kevin Holland. I mean, he's an interesting character, actually, and he knows how to fight, man. He just trembled in the against the high quality and the top 5 in the division, for example. But Kevin Holland is a good fighter, and I think he's gonna win this fight. I think Kevin Holland is gonna put on a spectacular performance and is gonna beat Daniel Rodriguez. Yep, that's my prediction. Moving on to the co-main event. Now things are getting serious. Li Jingliang taking on Tony Ferguson. This is Tony Ferguson's welterweight debut or re-debut, because I believe Tony Ferguson was a welterweight before moving to lightweight. So he returns to his original, or to his main division, the welterweight division, but he's taking on a killer, the Leech, Li Jingliang. So I think this fight's gonna be I think it's gonna be a crazy fight. I think blood will be spilled. I mean, this fight will be crazy. But I think Li Jingliang is going to be. Can Tony Ferguson beat Lee? It's a good fight. Man, it's very difficult, I believe, to predict this fight. I don't know. I love Tony Ferguson, but I think Li Jingliang is gonna get the job done. Maybe via knockout. I mean, Tony hasn't looked great lately, so I think I'm gonna go Li Jingliang. Maybe a third round finish, maybe, or second round spectacular KO finish, maybe spinning back fist or a something crazy, an elbow or something. I'm going Li Jingliang to win this fight. Moving on to the main event, we have star power in here. Nate Diaz, one of the most popular UFC fighters ever, taking on Khamzat Chimaev, the rising star, this rising killer, the future of UFC and of MMA combat, Khamzat Chimaev. Although this fight has some star power, but if we're being honest, inside the cage it's not even a match. I think Nate Diaz might try a bit, maybe with the boxing or something, but if Khamzat Chimaev takes it serious and goes 100% in this fight without mocking his opponent and taking Nate Diaz, he has to take Nate Diaz seriously. Nate Diaz is a savage. But I think if Khamzat Chimaev does the basics right and goes in this fight 100%, I think Khamzat Chimaev gets the job done. I think he could even finish Nate Diaz. No, has Nate Diaz been even finished? I don't know about that. Khamzat Chimaev could make history and he can finish Nate. I think Chimaev will finish Nate Diaz actually. I think he'll make history and be one of the very few people to finish Nate Diaz. So let me round up my prediction. The main event, I think Khamzat Chimaev gets the job done. Maybe round 2 finish, but I wouldn't be surprised if it goes to a decision, a dominant decision win for Khamzat Chimaev. Li Jingliang to beat Tony Ferguson, I'm not very sure, but I believe Lee is gonna be too much for Tony. I'm going Kevin Holland, Irene Aldana, and Johnny Walker. So that is it for this video. UFC 279 happening next week. Who've you got? Comment down your predictions. Who do you think is gonna win? Chimaev, Diaz, Chimaev. So, thank you very much, and see you in the next video. Ciao.